Hi everyone, this is a continuation session of the sexual reproduction in plants. In the previous session, we discussed about the types of flower and parts of flower. In this session, we will see about the reproduction process. Okay, so in this reproduction process, there are mainly three steps involved. Okay, the major steps are three. One is pollination, pollen germination, fertilization. Okay, so pollination, pollen germination and fertilization. In this session, we will see about the pollination and pollen germination. Okay, then the next video we will see about the fertilization step, which is a little bigger one than this. Okay, so before going to start about these pollination and pollen germination, first we should know about the reproductive cells first. Okay, from where it comes, and we should know some details about the reproductive cells of the plant. Okay, so here reproductive cells are nothing but the gametes. Okay, generally reproductive cells are called as gametes. So here male reproductive cells will be there, female reproductive cells will be there. Okay, which is nothing but the male gamete and female gamete. So where they are present, that we will see now. Okay, so in the last video we already seen the male reproductive part of flower, that is stamen. So inside the stamen there is anther, and in anther there is pollen sac. Okay, this is called as anther and this is called as pollen sac. There are two pollen sacs here in this anther. Okay, so in the pollen sacs we have some grains which are called as pollen grains. Everybody know this from our childhood. Okay, the pollen sacs, stamen contain pollen sacs and pollen grains. So inside the pollen grains the male reproductive cells are present. Okay, which are called as male gametes. Okay, clear where the male gametes are present? Male gametes are present in the pollen grains are present in the pollen sac is present in the stamen, and stamen is present in the flower. Okay, in the flower, in the stamen, in the pollen sac, pollen grain, male reproductive cells. So here the male reproductive cells are present, which is present in the pollen grains. Okay, this is the path of male reproductive cells. Come for the female reproductive cell. Okay, the female reproductive cell generally it is called as egg. Okay, the female reproductive cell or female gamete is called as egg, which is present in the ovules. Okay, ovules are present in the ovary, ovary is present in the carpel. Okay, so come here, and this is the female reproductive part, carpel. So here the carpel three parts, already we discussed this, stigma, style and ovary. So inside the ovary we have some ovules. Inside the ovules we have the female reproductive cell. Okay, so here in the pollen grains male reproductive cell, here in the ovules we have female reproductive cell. Okay, so here both the male reproductive cell and female reproductive cell will participate in the reproduction process, and finally reproduction happened in the plants. Okay, so this is the path of the reproductive cells. Okay, clear everybody? Now we'll see about the pollination and pollen germination. Okay, so these two steps we will discuss in this session, and in the next session we will discuss about the third step, that is fertilization. Okay, so first one is pollination. Okay, pollination means the main definition of pollination is transfer of pollen grain from stamen to stigma is called as pollination. Okay, so once again we will see by the picturization. So here this is stamen and this is carpel. So the top of the carpel is called as stigma. Okay, so here the top of the stamen is called as anther, pollen sacs. Inside what they have? Pollen grains. If this pollen grain is transferred from stamen to stigma, that is called as pollination. So this transfer is called as what? Pollination. Okay, so here the pollination majorly occur by wind, water or by any vectors. Vectors are nothing but animals. Okay, that is bees, butterflies, mosquitoes and some other animals, etc. Okay, so they transfer this. Okay, sometimes by the wind only the pollen grain will fall on the stigma. by that also pollination happened, or sometimes by water also, sometimes by some vectors. Bees, when they want to suck the juices from the flower, no, okay, honey bees and etc., and that also help for the pollination. Okay, so the nature will help for the pollination generally. Okay, so and this transfer of pollen grain from stamen to stigma is called as pollination. So here majorly there is two type of pollination are there: self pollination, cross pollination. Okay, so what do you mean by self and what do you mean by cross? By the name itself we can understand that self pollination is nothing but the pollination occur within the same flower. Okay, if the pollination occur within the same flower, that is called as a self pollination. Means the transfer of pollen grain occur from a stamen to stigma of the same flower. Okay, so like in the same flower, here what we have seen is a self pollination. Here the stamen is of same flower, stigma is of same flower. If it is transferred from this place to this place, this is called as a self-pollination. Okay, so if the transfer occur between the stamen and stigma belongs to the same flower is called as a self-pollination. Okay, so it is occur in a bisexual flowers. Why? Because already we discussed about the type of flowers in the previous session, no? So in the bisexual flowers, there are stamen and stigma. Okay, if the transfer occurs within these same stamen and stigma belongs to the same flower, then that is called as a self pollination. Okay, the second one is cross pollination. Come for the cross pollination. If the pollination occur between the two flowers, okay, pollination already we discussed, no, transfer of pollen grain from stamen to stigma. Okay, if the stamen and stigma belongs to the two flowers, then that is called as a cross pollination. Okay, if it is occur between two flowers. Okay, if the pollen grain transfer from one stamen of one flower to stigma of another flower, then that is considered as a cross pollination. It is occur between the two flowers. Okay, so generally plant what prefers means cross pollination they prefer. Okay, generally plants like cross pollination. Okay, how they identify the pollen grain is a self one or cross one, that is a big topic actually, but in a one word we can say that based on the genetic combination. Okay, so they have some mechanism to identify the genetic thing. Okay, if the genes matching to the same flower and which having matching with the same, no, then that is inhibited and that next process is inhibited. Okay, if the genes are different, if it is of different flower, the genes may be different, no, so that time it consider it as a cross pollination and it promote the next process, that is pollen germination promoted. Okay, so generally they prefer cross pollination. In case of absence of cross pollination, there is no chance of cross pollination, that time they prefer self pollination also. Okay, so why it prefer the cross pollination also another one important consideration. Why? Because always the parents want their children to be more better than them. Okay, so like humans and like other animals, even plants also wish their next generation will be more better than them. So more better is nothing but there should be some genetic variation. Okay, if self pollination occur, there won't be a genetic variation. Why? Because both male and female gametes belong to the same genetic sequence. Here if it is occur between two flowers, no, another genes will be there, then there is a chance of betterment. That is why for the genetic variation usually plants prefer cross pollination. Okay, so and this is about the pollination, the first step in the reproduction process. Okay, transfer of pollen grain from stamen to stigma, that is pollination. Okay, this is the first step. Next, the second step is pollen germination. Okay, what do you mean by pollen germination is after transfer. Okay, here already we discussed, no, this transfer occur. Now the pollen grain is there above the stigma. Okay, this is stigma. The next step what is happened is pollen germination. Okay, so the pollen grain produce a tube which is called as a pollen tube. Okay, the pollen grain produce what? Pollen tube. Okay, and this pollen tube production happened due to the release of some chemicals from the stigma. Okay, when the pollen grain is fall on the stigma will release some chemicals. Okay, here some chemicals get released and these chemicals stimulate the pollen grain and it produces a pollen tube. Okay, and this production of pollen tube from the pollen grain is called as a pollen germination. Okay, so this pollen germination is the second step in the reproduction process. Okay, so what is the pollen germination? Pollen grain produce a tube which is called as a pollen tube, is called as a pollen germination, and this will happen due to the release of the chemicals by the stigma. This is a chemical stimulation. Okay, so and these pollen grain respond to that chemical stimulation and it releases a pollen tube, and this pollen tube contain the male gametes. Okay, this pollen tube continuously reaches the ovule. Okay, we will see that in the third step, that is fertilization. Okay, the germination of pollen tube from the pollen grain is called as pollen germination, which is the second step in the reproduction process. Okay, is it clear up to this? So here there are majorly three steps: pollination, pollen germination and fertilization. Transfer of pollen grain from stamen to stigma is pollination. Production of pollen tube from the pollen grain is called as pollen germination. Okay, so by this we are stopping this session. In the next session we will continue about the fertilization. Okay, so if you like my video, the same subscribe, share and like, and please press the bell icon for my notifications. Okay, thanks for watching this video.